inyelwe inyoni esandleni intsha yakhele indawo yaseManguzi. Njengoba inhlangano egunyaza ukuhweba ngotshwala KwaZulu-Natal i-KZN Liquid Authority bibambe umqhudelwano wokuqala ngqa ofuna-ke onesandla esihle ekugayeni utshwala bamagano. Umcimbi-ke lo kade ubanjelwe kwaNgwanase ebukhosini bakwaTempe.
Purpose of why we are here today, which is basically to run a Marula competition amongst the youth in this area. And the reason why we are doing this is to ensure that we preserve the culture of traditional Marula brewing in this area. But over and above brewing for traditional purposes is to try and instill a level of thinking in the youth that when you brew Marula beer, you can consider it as an economic activity. You can consider brewing at a level where you can have your own commercialized Marula product. You can think of a Marula favorite craft beer, but all of those other opportunities that can come off this Marula food. And as a liquor authority, it is part of our mandate to ensure that we get our people involved in the economy, particularly in the liquor industry. And this is one of those activities. Obviously today, it may just be a competition, but in the long run, we want to be able to embark on a path with these participants that can lead them to get to a stage where we can have maybe the first microbrewery in this area that's licensed by the KZN Liquor Authority.
Today, as the KZN Liquor Authority, we're very excited to be running a program in partnership with the Beer Association of South Africa and the Tempe Traditional Council. The aim of this project that we're doing today, or program rather, is to stimulate the microbrewing industry, especially among women and youth. So we've partnered together and we are running a microbrewing competition. We have correlated this particular event with the Umkhosi Womtai festival, which is a cultural activity around the area of Umanguzi or the Tempe Traditional Council. We are aiming to stimulate this industry because it is a highly untapped industry, micro manufacturing, and it also then serves for us to be able to achieve one of the objectives of our Liquor Licensing Act in KZN, which is to promote the development of a sustainable micro manufacturing industry in a manner that facilitates entry of new participants and to diversify the liquor industry. We have seen that in the province of KZN, it's a very highly untapped market, and as part of our transformation strategy, we are trying to encourage new participants, especially Black women in KZN, to join this industry, to join the micro manufacturing sphere. So this is our first attempt to promote that facet of the industry.
We are here today in Manguzi to celebrate Umtai Marula Brewing Competition together with the KZN Liquor Authority. So as a beer association, we're actually a member organization that represent the beer manufacturers in the country, and we are here to celebrate one of the traditional brewing methodologies, which is the Marula brewing, which is part of who we are as Africans. So we're very proud to be part of this event and helping the community to actually celebrate our traditional brewing. Irole yethu esiplayayo as i-Beer Association namhlanje is to support abantu abangenele and by giving them prizes. So the top 3 will actually get some prize money abazohamba nayo. And our target is abantu abasha between the ages of 18 and 40, abomama, abancane, because we want to encourage them to actually get better at their brewing skills, and also bayibone njengendlela abanokozenzela amashishini ngayo, baqalele their own companies. So through this initiative, we actually also trying to transform the industry and introduce new entrants into the brewing industry.
Of course, we've been working in a lot of projects doing Marula wine. Of course, Marula beer, but traditionally the way they make it at home, up to where we improve it to be a very good wine that you can always find on the industry. So here I'm invited to come and judge the beer, a very big day, a very exciting day. So we are looking forward to it. So as a judge, there are a lot of things that we can look for in a beer. So unfortunately, unlike the commercial beer that we have, that they have the bracket standards that they are looking for in terms of the aroma, the flavor, and then the whole palate. So also we are still going to use almost the similar criteria, checking the color, how it looks, because that's the first thing that always grabs your eyes when you see a drink. Of course, how it smells, because we have to smell it. So of course it should smell good. It should give the Marula character, and then it should be, of course, it's a Marula beer traditionally is known to be one of those sour drinks, and then sometimes semi-sweet and all that. So we are trying to get the nice balance in between the sour aroma and all that, and also that transfer into taste, because sometimes what you smell is what you get on your palate. So also does it strike a very good balance in terms of how the beer taste, or the translation from the smell up to how it tastes, and nice balance in terms of chemical, because sometimes find that it's just too sour and then it's not drinkable. Sometimes it's bitter and all that. So a nice control of how they fermented their beer, it will bring that nice balance. So that's mostly what we will look at. But just hopeful that going forward, because we don't have a proper standards in terms of African beverages and all that, in terms of how we judge our beer, like the industrial one where they use the BJCB, there's a standard that you use. So there's maybe baby steps in developing such characters, that how do we categorize our beers, because we have beers like Umqombothi and all that. So we can use such categories. So it's baby footsteps. I'm thinking from here we can gather the whole data and see how we improve going forward.
Today, finally, what we've been working with the Liquid Authority in Zagala. I'm from the Beer Association of South Africa, City Lava. The Beer Association is the industry association. It's a non-profit organization. Our members wethu are the beer manufacturers. So we have Heineken, SAB, and what we call our craft brewers. So I'm a craft brewer. So we own my own brewer. Mangithi owner my own brewer. Ukuthi ngenza utshwala bami ukuthi ngiyathengisa esitoro that is certified, that is a business. Kuze abantwana bamama wenzayo. And it's something that I think, as we are here today, one of the things I want to make sure from Hamba is to just spend time with all the participants, whether I'm doing it or not, and just let you guys know, some of these things is going to happen, and we sometimes feel it's for abantu abathize. It is not for certain people, and to know what it is possible. I'm celebrated as the first black person in South Africa who can be their own brewing company. And I sometimes feel that in 2023, to be the first black person to win the Indo and make a product that is consumed by the same black people is just something that we should not be normalizing. And I'm hoping I love this program because sometimes you don't have to wait for government. We don't have to wait to be employed.
Now, after engaging with the National Youth Development Agency, we realized that we can actually do it with the youth, whilst they are getting even sponsored by the by NYDA. So the process today, it helps in accelerating what we already started in the previous season, meaning to identify the young people that will be able to make the beer. So some of them, we've already helped them to say, come to the factory, brew your own stuff, do your mixes and whatever you put in there, but don't kill us. at least then bring it so that you can get that opportunity. So today is going to be a stepping stone to take those young people, organize them, talk to NYDA, and make sure that they take the step forward, whether they are winners or losers.
South Africa is currently very popular for its wine tourism. We have seen, as a KZN Liquor Authority, in partnership with the Beer Association and the Tembe Traditional Council, we have realized that beer tourism is also an emerging market. And we thought that it would be a great opportunity to try and link this together, because the area of Manguzi is well known for the abundance of the Marula fruits, and it's also well known that during this festival, a lot of the locals produce their own home brews. So we saw that as an excellent opportunity to try and formalize this industry, to encourage a mindset that over and above it being a cultural activity, it's also an economic opportunity. It also talks to the value chain of the liquor industry. It also talks to local tourism, because if we can have a formal product, a formal Marula beer brewed from here, which we could see on our shelves, it's also going to create those economic opportunities, and also going to add to the entire value chain.
Umuntu owinile today uzothola i-5,000 rand cash azohamba naye endlini. Uzothola futhi ukuthi afumane ithuba lokuthi aye Clockwork Beer Works, which is a Thousand Hill, Waters Hill, apho azofundiswa khona about clear beer making, lapho kwenza utshwala lobesilungu. And then we are hoping ukuthi in that way uzokhona ukuhlanganisa ukwenza utshwala besintu notshwala besilungu, ubona ukuthi how can we then start creating ama-entrepreneurs, abantu abazozenzela amakhampani wabo. And that is, I think, more than learning, it's the opportunity ukubona ukuthi what other business ideas and opportunities do exist out there.
Sijajile ke iMarula yethu ngokwazi kwethu nangokubheka kwethu izinto ukuthi zenzeka kanjani. Unumber 1 wethu simthole ngoba sithe uma silinga utshwala bakhe iMarula yakhe sayithola ukuthi iyilokhu esifuna ibe yikho nesiyaziyo esikhuliswe ngayo ukuthi uma ubhoboza amagani yini into edingakalayo. Sikutholile ke ukuthi utshwala bakhe busesigabeni esiright kakhulu, amanzi namagani buyalingana. Uma sibuthesta utshwala sibutholile ukuthi buyababa ngendlela efanelekileyo. Akukho igani elihlaza elingenile elenza utshwala bethu bube muncu. Sabuthola futhi ukuthi buhle, bucwengekile ngendlela okuyiyona. Sabuthola futhi ukuthi bubile baze bafika ekugcineni la sifuna bubile buze buqede ukubila kuphume konke lokungcola okuphakathi emaganini. Sibutholile ke utshwala bethu ukuthi lo number 1 wethu konke lokho esikufunayo sikuthole kukhona. Sabubona futhi nokuthi utshwala bethu sifuna bube buhle kangakanani noma bube clean kangakanani. Sabubheka utshwala bethu sabuthola ukuthi cha bu clean ngempela. Yingakho simnikezile number 1 wethu ukuthi cha uphuma number 1 ngoba lento esifunayo kulobu utshwala yilokho esikubonile kwenzekile kuloko. Nalabo abanye babenzile impela, kodwa kunaloko ukuthi mhlambe ufake negane elihlaza bumuncu, obunye ngathi uthasele kakhulu amanzi, kanti lento ifanele ukuthi ilingane utshwala nabagani bese kuphuma lento esifunayo.
Sila namhlanje eRaltonga sikwi competition siba u7 ngiphuma number 1. Engikwenzile ngifike ngafaka amanzi ngojeke, bese ngafaka amagani ami ngabhoboza, ngawakhipha inhlamvu ngaphinde ngabhoboza, bazikhiphela khona insila yonke, bese ke ayibilela wona ke nawo. Ngijabule ukuthi ngiphuma number 1 nokuthi ngithola imali. Kuyintokozo ngoba nami ngangifisa vele ukuthi ngibe ubhameni, bekuyisifiso sami vele lesoke, kodwa ngiyabona manje ngathi selizofezeka leli phupho ekade ngilifisa. Ngoba ngiphuma number 1 ngizahamba ngiyofundisa, nami ngiyathanda lokho ukuthi lokho abezobe bangifundise khona ngibuye nakho ngizofundisa abantu abasha.
Ngibe number 2 kule competition yanamhlanje. I would like to congratulate Bawinile Masinga from being number 1 from Ithandizwe area. I would like to congratulate her. So please guys, let us follow her. Sibuze izinto kumele sizenze ukuze our Marula wine ibe basic basic right everything sizoyithola kuyena. Siyabonga kakhulu belumnandi usuku lwanamhlanje. Into engenze ngaqhuquzeleka ngalo mkhosi wokuza kwi competition yomagani yokuzokhangisa ngotshwala bamagani. Okokuqala nje kunakho konke ukukhulisa isizwe sakithi siyamathonga siyabantu abasha, especially mina as a youngest lady khona omkhulu engabaze, especially umkhulu Mzimba, umkhulu Umhlupheki, umkhulu Mshudu, umkhulu Magwevu, angibazanga labo bakhulu, but ngokwe history ngiyakwazi ukubakhumbula the more kuza lesi sikhathi sosuku lobugani. Whatsoever sihamba semthayini is whereby I remember ukuthi ngake ngaba nabantu abakanjalo. So ukufika kwale competition kungenze ngabe nentshisekela enkulu ezumuntu omusha ukuthi as from today now on I want to go so far away and I'm willing ukuthi nomunye umuntu omusha osahlele ekhaya this opportunity ongathi sangayithatha serious ukuze sikwazi ngolunye usuku ukuthi sivuse umhlabi yalingana ube yilento esifuna ube yona nathi sibe famous due Marula only without anything else, but through Marula there are lots of things esingayenza kuyona because we got Mary Wild Wine, also we have Mary EGM, we got Mary Cosmetics things about with Marula fruits. So this thing is more interesting ever. So into engayisho nje abantu abasha bakwamhlabi yalingana is whether you live egazini, ngozini, imfihlweni, ngozini, mahlungulu, whatsoever you are, but please follow this competition.
Okuyinto wawo sonke sizakhamuza la emangozi esasifisa bo because amagani into eningi exhaphakile inoma ubani angayinakile bo ingane idlala ngayo kanti iyona into ande engasenza simanguze sibone siyisigodi noma siyindawo esingakwazi ukuba isomething nathi sivele ngayo. And ukuqala ukuyithatha serious lento maybe 2 years back yabo because ngangibona lento sidlala ngayo siyayigcoba and stuff. While abanye abantu bakwazi ukuyisebenzisa ngendlela right babe nezinto eziright ngayo but sina sabantu bala izakhamuzi besingakwazi ukuyithatha serious yabo. Nase ngibona i-opportunity ukuthi nami maybe mangangenela le competition ngigaye lobutshwala khona maybe okungenzeka. Emaganini ngifunde okuningi namhlanje naloko ebengekho aware ngakho like oil, ubisi and stuff. So ila ngibone khona ukuthi amagani uma siwahloniphe siwasebenzise ngendlela e-right sizokwazi ukuthi ngelinye ilanga sibe right nathi sizakhamuzi.
I-project lena isiyenzela isilana eManguzi. Imanguzi area was selected by KZN Liquor Authority because unamanye ama-projects abenzayo indaweni, and tina as a beer association we actually do other projects outside of Marula. We have any project here yomqombothi yowenza umqombothi i-competition yakhona. So we are looking at different traditional ways of brewing throughout the country, and to see how do we support those young women, those entrepreneurs, and how do we enable them to be able to start their own businesses at some point. So we are hoping ukuthi njengoba sesiqalile sizokhona uqhubeka ikhule na outside of Imanguzi, sibone ukuthi nakwezinye indawo singafika sincedise ngantoni and what we can actually help those communities.
Sathola ukuthi abanye abenzanga kahle ngoba ubugani lobu ufanele ubenze ukuthi abantu uma bephuza bezwe ukuthi baya bubumnandi. Manje sithole kwenye indawo ngathi bumuncu, but lento uma uyenza kuba yinsuku ezintathu. Uqalele nje ubhoboze, ubuye ubhobozele futhi ngelanga lesibili, ngaleli lesithathu uyasuka uyangula ibimbi lakhona leli ulichithele ngale. Wesibili futhi awubumbozi, uyabubeka nje bukhamisile ukuze ilokhuza ukubila kwabo lokuthola umoya kungatholi ukuthi kumbozekile ngoba uma uzomboza kuzoba muncu. Kodwa ke sibonile ke abaningi bafailile kwasho ukuthi laba benze kahle. Kusho ukuthi balalela umthetho wakhona ukuthi kufanele benze kanjani. Siyabonga nje ukuthi inkosi yami ngoba vele umsebenzi awukho kufanele umuntu nomuntu avela sukuma azenzele ngoba umsebenzi awukho vele. Kufanele azisukumele azenzele umsebenzi ukuthi akenze ukuze aphile. Fana nokuthi uma ulima uyalima uvune bese ukuthi la uma ulima amakinati uyazi ukuthi hayi omunye uzothi ngifuna amakinati uyathatha uyamdayisela akunikeze imali uphile.
Ngathanda ukubonga kakhulu kwi-Liqued board yase KZN ngokusinika leli thuba esinike lona. Ezisiyintsha mhlawumbe abanye bangathathela phansi okwenziwa i-Liqued board yaseMzansi. Kodwa thina abanye bethu sikhule ngayo lento yotshwala basemakhaya kuthiwa utshwala obucashunayo. Kuyimanje bona basikhombisa ukuthi mhlawumbe bangakhona ukusamukela ukuthi siphushe ibhizinisi liye phambili ukuze sizokhona ukondla imindeni yethu. Thina abanye sikhule ngayo lento sivele beyenza abantu abadala befaka isinkwa etafuleni. Kodwa ngendlela ukwenza ngayo makuthiwa emakhaya udayisa utshwala, uhulumeni waseMzansi noma kuthiwa uyondla emndenini uyakubopha. Kodwa bona mhlawumbe ngendlela abenze ngayo bafika emphakathini bazokhona ukusibonisa ukuthi lento yenziwa kanjani, uqhuba kanjani ukuze iye phambili. Up until now mhlawumbe size sione ama-business wethu sione ama-company wethu kungabi bodwa ubugana. Kwangathi mhlawumbe makuthiwa mhlawumbe baveza noma kuthiwa nanoma liphi ithuba futhi esinalo emhlaba yalingana silvester lokhu singakhona ukwenza something lokhu singakhona ukwenza something ukuze siphushele phambili singalokhu mhlawumbe sibheka kondlebe sikhanyela ngabo lokhu sibukela bona balokhu baphusha i-brand yabo lokhu yaphambili. Nathi i-brand yethu ngapha mhlawumbe siyintsha siphushe sisizwa abantu abadala ngoba yonke into sizwa abantu abadala sibuza kogogo noma ugogo kuthiwa mhlawumbe ngoba kuthiwa inkolelo ekhona emhlabeni kuthiwa abantu abadala bayashona. Kodwa khona makuthiwa umuntu omdala noma eshona owazi ukuthi utshale kathi senza yini senza i-brand silokhu siyiphusha up until i-recognize wonke umuntu ophila mhlawumbe iyouth ephila igcine ifake isinkwa etafuleni. Ubugano njengami kahle kahle ngosihle ngathanda ukuthi ubugano singabheki ngoFebruary kuphela.
Thina as KZN Liquor Authority our role ukuthi silawule imboni yotshwala. Kusho ukuthi ukusetshenziswa kotshwala, ukuthengiswa kotshwala nokukhiqiza kotshwala. So namhlanje sifocusa ekukhiqizeni kotshwala. Asikwenzi lokho ngokuthi siyayiqambela thina ukuthi sokwenza njani. Sinomthetho esiwusebenzisayo okuthiwa iKZN Liquor Licensing Act number 6 of 2010. Lo mthetho ke inhloso yawo enye yezinhloso zalowo mthetho ukuthi sigqugquzele imboni yotshwala iliquor industry sustainable okusho ukuthi ezokwazi ukuqhubeka and futhi sigqugquzele ukuthi kube khona abantu abasha abangena kule industry nalokuthi i-ownership yama-license ihlukahluka i-diversifyeke. Lokho kusho ukuthi siyazi ukuthi imboni yotshwala especially leyo kuyikhiqizela iphethwe kakhulu abantu bezinye inhlaka. Yet thina sabantu abamnyama sikade saqala ukugaya inhlobo ngenhlobo asisebenzisa amagani kuphela ziningi inhlobo esigayayo imqombothi sisebenzisa imthombo amabele so ilapho ke that is why sila namhlanje ukuthi siyazi ukuthi kukhona usiko olakhona kule area olisebenzisa amagani ukuthi abantu balana bayakuthokozela ukugaya especially using iMarula fruit.
Le project esiyenzayo sine partnership no KZN Liquor Authority. It is actually a project yabo. So because when they are the liquor authority, they will assist lo muntu owinile ukuthi angathola kanjani ama license ukuthi aziqalele I brewery yabo. Unfortunately at this stage asikhona ukuphana ngemali yokuqala the full business. But we are hoping ukuthi as I competition lena ikhula mase sibuya kulonyaka kuzayo maybe we'll have partnered with other entities who will help us to bring in the necessary funds that will enable us to then maybe help the person to really set up the full factory. So I would like to encourage abo mama abantu abasha emakhaya ukuthi izinto esidla ngozibona engathi it's just into yenza emakhaya, it's just a tradition that's being passed on from ugogo uyakufundisa ugaya kanjani utshwala. You know, should not look at it as if into nje yokuthi I'll do it just for now, but ukhona ubona ama-business opportunities ukuthi ungazenzela kanjani ama-business. Kule ndawo sikuyo kugcwele ama-tourist, kunabantu abafikayo bazobona ukuthi as ama-South Africans, as Africans siphila kanjani. Siyakhona ukubabonisa ama-animals wethu, sibadansele, sibadlise ukudla kumnandi, mara masesiceda sibanikeza into yophuzwa, sibanikeza utshwala ababaziyo lapho babuya khona. So through these initiatives we're hoping ukuthi abantu bakithi bazokhona ukuzenzela, bazenzele ezabo izinto baqala amabhizinisi wabo. There is a lot of tourism eyenzakalayo, singameli ukuthi sizoqashwa sonke, imisebenzi siyayazi ayikho, so we need to look at opportunities ukuthi singaziqala kanjani ama-businesses wethu siwakhulise ngezinto esizaziyo as abantu abamnyama.
Esikufisayo ngane yami sifisa ukuthi njengoba izwe lakithi likhiqiza kakhulu amaganu, lamaganu siyawacosha nje kodwa umsebenzi wawo singawazi ukuthi wenziwani. So siyathola ukuthi ngisho emaganini ethu kukhona nane-oyela etholakala khona emaganini, kutholakala nanotshwala bethu futhi esibufunayo, kutholakala nje izinto ey'ningi phakathi emaganini. So siyafisa siwumphakathi waseManguzi ukuthi ingathi kusasa iy'ngane zethu njengoba ziqalile ukwenza lo msebenzi omuhle kangaka ukuthi zibhoboze amagani, ingathi kungeyigcine namuhla kodwa kungabe i-process ehambayo efinyelela la iy'ngane zethu zithola khona ukuphumelela, mhlambe zibe osomabhizinisi bakusasa abayimele abenza umsebenzi okuyiwona wona esiwudingayo, bakwazi ukuyikhulisa, kunciphe lokho ukuthi bathi sifuna umsebenzi kuhulumeni kodwa bona sifisa ukuthi babe uhulumeni wakusasa abazoqasha nabanye ngenxa yokuthi nabo sebayibonile impumelelo ukuthi ngamagani kuyaphila, singagcini ukubona izihlahla kuphela emakhaya ethu kodwa umsebenzi wazo singawazi. Sifisa ukubona umsebenzi wezihlahla zethu ezakhele emakhaya ethu noma ezimile emakhaya ethu ukuthi kanti asigcini ngokuhlala ethunzini kuphela kodwa siyasebenzisa ukuthi sikwazi ukuphila ngazi izingane zethu zikwazi ukuphila nabo babe osomabhizinisi abavelele ngakusasa.
Part of a continuous plan with this initiative, we are aiming to then take the winner through formal capacitation on the microbrewing sphere. Over and above that, as a KZN Liquor Authority, we do hold standing workshops where we go out to interested or potential applicants who would like to enter the micro manufacturing industry and workshop them in terms of the requirements to acquire a micro manufacturing liquor license. So we will be then workshopping them on the requirements and also ensuring that we follow through, we assist them in attaining those requirements and finally completing the process of them acquiring a micro manufacturing license, which would enable them to then, be able to officially brew and also then distribute their product. That is the long-term plan and vision of this initiative.